All right, new drag build in this box. VXL. Gonna do the LCG chassis because I couldn't find LCG anywhere around me, so I'll just convert this one to low center of gravity. Went ahead and got the front Proline tires, the rear Proline tires. Got some Proline Pro Shock specs for front and back. Got some Proline body mounts. This is a whole Proline build. I do have the front Proline runners. The rears have not come in yet. Ordered all this stuff together. Don't know why they're not here. And of course, control arms and wheelie bar. So, front and rear control arms. I do have two wheelie bars here. One's going on my other car, but one is for this car. That's the RPM stuff. And then all the steering links for those control arms. And then the Proline body. So here's the body we're doing. We're doing the octane. So octane is going to be pretty cool. And I'm going to go with highlighter yellow. Back it in a metallic silver to make it pop. And some white accents. Probably going to do a white roof or something. I'll figure something out. But this is going to go along with my other drag builds. So here's my Mustang drag build I did a few years back using Traxxas wheels and Rustler front. And then of course the Nova. Love the Nova. As you see, I actually took and painted the lettering on these things, and they're starting to wear out already. But those are by JC Concept. Those are their drag wheels. And the compound is so soft that it literally tears up these wheels. And I'm only using a Castle system in this one. Well, in both of them, I'm using Castle. So, I really like the paint scheme that's done on this one. But the Mustang, that's my old sponsor from back in the day when I actually was sponsored running Mustangs by Kenny Bell and a lot of other great people out there. So yes, I actually raced real cars as well. And Kenny Bell was one of my sponsors. Jim Bell over there is really, really cool. We did some cool stuff together. So I just figured I'd show you guys these parts, and let's get to building. First thing we're gonna do is get this thing unwrapped and see what we're working with. Two-wheel drive slash. I love them. Another TQ remote. That's the nice thing about doing the VXL system is that you get the TQ remote, so add all the sensors to it. Run it off your phone to see if it's running hot or overheating, add power, take power away to make it launch a little better. Surprised they put 4 clips in this thing. Normally it just comes with 2. We're not going to be using that body, but pretty cool body. Build our own, so there we go. That's what we're working with. All this stuff's going away because it is a high center of gravity. We're gonna go to low center of gravity. So that's what we're gonna do first. I definitely am not gonna do a step-by-step because everybody knows how to work on these things. Relatively simple, and there's probably a ton of videos online on how to convert something to the LCG. Another battery holder. They keep giving you battery holders with everything, so I got a ton of those. They do give you the springs for it, the bumpers, which we're not going to run on the side. So I'm going to get this stuff taken apart, and then comes with instructions on how to convert it. So follow it step by step, and let's get this thing converted. We'll be back as soon as it's all converted to LCG. All right, back. It is now converted to low center of gravity. Here are the parts you don't need, which are these two. This is the high center of gravity, and the only other 2 bolts you won't need are for the steering, which are those 2 for the bell crank. That's it. Every other part is used. I still do have to change out these front springs normally, but since I'm doing Proline shocks, I'm not going to switch these springs out to lower the front end down. And that's how you convert the low center of gravity chassis. You just transfer all your stuff, make sure you tape down the wire that goes across the battery, get your box, everything switched over. I will be taping this down just so it's out of the way, but this is how the low center of gravity looks when it's done. And as you see, it's now low center of gravity, and your steering now comes out the side. So that's it. That's how the low center of gravity is done, just like the instructions say. Here's your tear down, the parts you need to keep. Here's your install. That's it. Relatively simple. Both languages. So easy, easy, easy. So took about, I'd say, 20 minutes to convert it. Make sure you just take everything out in large chunks. If you follow the instructions, don't take things out piece by piece. Makes things a lot faster. All right, so I'm gonna end up losing these bumpers and all that stuff, but I wanted to do the complete switch over so you guys could see. Now I'm gonna get to doing the shocks, doing the wheels, doing all that. I will be doing the body last. All right, see you when I get that stuff put on. All right, here's an update. I did a rough trimming of the body. I still have the stock mounts on it. So I've lined them up with the pre-marked holes, which I'm changing those mounts anyway. I'm just getting a rough cut. As I said before, I'm still waiting on the rear rims. I have the tires, I just need the rims. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. But figured I'd give you an update. Got the fronts on, I've got the shocks on. I still got to do oil in the shocks, but Proline shocks are on. You should be able to see them in there. So right now I'm just doing a rough trim just to see where I'm gonna have everything. Back sitting too low, front is sitting too high. But as soon as I get the Proline body mounts on there, it should be good. I should have done the magnetic mounts so I don't have to put holes in this body, but I just don't trust them. Crawlers are good, but any speed cars, they tend to blow off. So I'm gonna get the Proline mounts put on next and keep going. Just figured I'd do a little update. This is how it's sitting so far, coming along nicely. So hope you guys are enjoying the video, having fun with this build. Can't wait to see the colors I finally decide. So jet black, black with white. I think I'm gonna still stick with the yellow, but I don't know if I'm gonna do all yellow. There's really no roof line cut off. My plans were to do the roof in white, but I might change it up. Might do the front half in yellow with some white flames maybe, or maybe some silver flames backing the yellow, and then shoot it all with white. I don't know. I kind of like that fluorescent yellow, but we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Just figured I'd get you guys an update of where I am with the build. So everything's coming along good. I'm, about 4 hours into it now. Takes a little time. See you guys on the next update. Alright, I got the final update on the body. I've got all the holes drilled out. I got the mounts in. I got it sitting where I want it to sit. I've got the wing cut out, which is going to go right in here. So that'll be painted separate. So that's the wing. And then what I do is on the other mounts, I go ahead and I take these off the old post, the old body post. And as you can see, because the body's so wide, I use it right in here to support the edge of the body from flapping. So, and then I'll get a foam bumper to trim and push right against the front of this thing. So I've got, I'm gonna trim out. I do have this notch in the back, and this is to adjust the wheelie bar. So I gotta get this a little more trimmed out over here, just so the wheelie bar, I can bring it up out of the way. So that's why I got that notch. But as you see, after mounting the body and centering the body, it's a little off on the wheelie bar from where I cut it originally. Same thing with the holes that they mark here. I measure from here to here, and here to here. And I do that all the way around because the control arms on this thing, like the links, sometimes they're bent in, sometimes they're out, sometimes they're this way, sometimes they're that way. Same thing with the rear. Depending on what I got, the body doesn't sit correct. Or it could be in the mold, I'm not sure what it is. But I know the body is centered right there. Everything is in the center. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix this little deal in the back so that I can raise my wheelie bar up all out of the way so it's not close to the ground. So, and then I'm gonna get the inside of the body cleaned up, get the wing cleaned up, start masking everything off for my paint job now that everything's trimmed properly. But coming out pretty nice. Hopefully, like I said, the rear rims show up tomorrow on Saturday and I can get the rear Hoosier tires fitted. And as you see, I got a lot of room for the tire to grow when it's at speed. So that's my biggest concern, and that's why I run this a little pushed out. Now I can trim that and bring it in more, but I'm gonna leave it pushed out for now until I can see where my tires grow to and my turning radius. I should be good where I'm at, but we'll take a look at it once the body's all painted up and I can run it. All right, but that's the update on the body. We'll see you on the next update. All right, washed out the body, sanded it, put my window decals on. I've done 4 coats of yellow so far. As you see, it still looks kind of thin, but that's fluorescent yellow. That's the way it's shot. So on the outside, it'll look okay. You see with the light shining through, you can see how thin the paint is. So what I end up doing is I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna put some stripes on the inside of the body, which will show through on the outside. Once I do that and add my stripes, I'm gonna back it with a very metallic PS36. This is very metallic-y. So that'll give the fluorescent a big pop. Once I finish that, I'm gonna do 2 cans of PS41, which is a mild metallic. Whenever you back fluorescent with a metallic, it gives it a lot of sparkle in the sun. Once I've done those, then I'll back that with a white throughout the whole bottom. So, sounds kind of funny considering the only thing I've masked is the windows, but it'll come out really good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some, they'll look like kind of like flames on the inside of this body, which will give you dark spots on the outside of the body, which should come out pretty good. I've done it to blue before. I've never done it to yellow. I've done it to the dark blue and it's looked really good, but we'll see how it comes out on this yellow. Hopefully it comes out okay. All right, get you guys on the next step. All right, added my stripes. I'll let this dry and then I'm going to go ahead and add my full metallic silver to get the paint to pop now, and see how this stuff comes out. See how my zebra comes out. See you on the next step. All right, I got my silver shot in there, a high sparkle. So the black with the yellow will kind of give it like a green stripe that shows through, which will be pretty cool. and then the silver is going to make everything pop. And the white is really going to back everything so you can't see through it anymore, because the white will be a solid color. So we'll see how it's coming out. Let's let this dry. All right, this is the final. As you see, the wing's going to be black because the wheels are going to be black. Inside of the body now looks white. Not a bunch of mixed colors in there, so it'll be nice and clean. It's a solid color, so nothing will shine through. And I'll do the reveal. As soon as it dries, I'll flip it over. I'll show you how the fluorescent yellow has turned to green, and how the back has stayed. Hard to tell with the protective film on because of all the overspray, but next one you'll see is you'll see it all bolted together and on the car. So we're going to let this dry. So this took 8 cans of paint to do this. So sounds kind of like a lot, but they're small cans, thin layers. This way when it hits something, it won't crash. You got to use the PS paint always on the thin Lexan, so this way it doesn't crack or peel. So we'll get these windows peeled, we'll get the film taken off. As you see, it's really shiny right now, so it definitely needs to dry. This is going to probably take a couple hours to dry, so we'll start again tomorrow. It's already late. The car's all done. It's down there waiting on the back wheels, so we'll get this thing put together and see how it looks. See if our hard work paid off. Get it all decaled up. So decals are all there, so I'll get those all put on. But yeah, should be pretty cool. I always like peeling it back to see how it comes out. They all come out a little different, so should be pretty cool. I'll see you tomorrow when it's put together. Kinda cool looking. See how much overspray actually comes off this thing. There we go. All done, all peeled. Black wing. That came out really nice. Definitely cool. What you guys think? It's funny how the black turns it to dark green, right? On the fluorescent. It's pretty cool. Got the dark green, the light green, and then we'll see this thing in the sunlight, see how much glitter we actually have in this thing. Look at that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at those colors. as you see, the black that I shot didn't come through. It turned it to green. Pretty nice. Well, there it is. I think it came out pretty badass. There's the new Octane one all done. We call it the watermelon. Waiting on the rear rims. They're not going to be here till Monday. I just tracked them. Then we got the Nova behind it, the Nova drag build. And then the Mustang drag build. The watermelon looks pretty cool. Paint scheme came out really cool. Once the rear wheels get on it, it's going to look a lot better. Got the Millennium system in it. Pretty cool. Pretty fun build. Get batteries in it, test it today.